Good morning. 11 o'clock a.m. in Pacific time zone, January 6, 2024. And I feel like I just need to clean the lens or something. It's kind of a little fog over the video. Are you guys seeing that? Do you have that impression? What? Oh, I have audio confirmation. The speaker bot and streamer bot are active, and I have unmuted. I'm unmuting right now.
Tony Wallow said, "Avdiv RW, good."
Yeah, I unmuted the internal audio after Tony put that into chat, and we caught it in time. Yeah, because it should have. I'm surprised it didn't play before I unmuted. Well, it's quite possible today might be very short. I don't have any topics in the description of the video. I'm going to put the watch down on the table for Tony. And but I do have a topic that we might spend some time on if you're interested.
Jeff Ryman said Ken's request is for good weather.
Okay, and Ken's, he's all snowed in or something. I think I saw that in chat. I have not pre-read chat, but I did see his comment. The training course that I'm working on, I have that kind of prepared, sanitized a little bit to show it to you if you're interested. I'm working on that. It's a training course for IT pros who provide remote tech support, and there's a couple of motivations behind doing that. You may see me skipping a day now and then so that I can give more time towards that objective. That is, I think, going to be a tool to bring more people into this YouTube channel for the same purposes that we've already been doing, where the purpose of this channel is to provide free tech support to people during live stream sessions. That could include connecting remotely to their computers or just responding to questions in the chat room or by email, the same thing that we've been doing all along. But I'm sure you've noticed, as I've noticed, we don't have a whole lot of requests coming in. So I need to get more people brought into this channel. And this training course, actually, part of the motivation behind that is to accomplish that. I think there's got to be plenty of people out there who have trouble with Windows computers that would like to get free help with that. It's just that we're just in this little unknown corner of YouTube right now. So anyway, if you're interested in that, I have that ready on a Microsoft Word document to show you the outline. If there's not much interest showing in the chat room, then I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream short today so I can turn my attention back to working on that. I'm going to go pull up the chat room and see what we've got. Chris Garrett says first, but probably not. William Dawson, hello from Florida. William Dawson second by Chris's count. Darren Gilholm, hi. Tony Wallow with the $1.99 super chat. He says, good morning. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Greg Guy, afternoon to all in chat. It's chilly, 43 degrees here in southern Maryland with mild rain. I'm drinking hot tea, by the way. This is just Lipton basic tea. Jonathan says hello to a bunch of people. Dennis, you cannot change the speed of the trailer. Well, I can. And I tested it. I did see your message there, and I tested that, and I can change the speed of the trailer. So I'm going to go demonstrate that. Let's come over here and see if anyone else is having trouble with that. If I go into history, and I did do this before the stream started, so it's not just going back to the actual trailer video, and I unmuted that. Hopefully I muted it in time. Now if I hold down the shift key and press the period key, there's 1.25 and 1.5 and 1.75. So Dennis, give me a little more explanation. What's not working for you for speeding up the trailer? People saying hellos to each other. Ken says, I'm sorry to announce I cannot attend today's show due to the blizzard that hit Indy last night, and we are totally snowed in, no power, no water. It's bleak, reminds me of the 80s. Well, I did see that message, and I was a little concerned about that, whether that was just a phony excuse from Ken Stout. So I called the Indiana Highway Department to see if I could verify that. And yeah, sure enough, that sounds like it's valid. So, all right, Ken, I'm accepting your excuse. Josh Kinder sitting over there in Zoom all alone. So if anyone else wants to go join him, you know what? Maybe he's got an issue today, huh? Should I go check on that? All right. Josh, I'm about to bring you on. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera on. You can see me, and then I'm going to unmute my microphone. Don't start talking yet, Josh, because nobody can hear you. And then change that to headphones, and that is there, and I'll hit the Zoom button. There we go. Well, look at that. Ken did lie. He is coming in. All right, I'm going to start with Josh. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Doug, what's up?
Hey, well, I'm doing a YouTube live stream here. I don't know if you're aware of it, but we do this on Saturdays. Try to help people with computer problems. So that's what's up. Is Ken there yet? Hello, Ken.
Another family, huh?
You even have to ask. Two things you got wrong. One, the Indiana Department of Transportation have no clue what's going on. We get a foot of snow and they think, oh, the roads are clear. Two, Josh Kinder not have a problem. Come on, Doug. It's Josh Kinder.
All right. So you didn't call me out for lying. I did not actually call the Indiana Transportation Department.
I know.
Okay.
I think you were stumbling and trying to find the words you called the Indianapolis Weather Bureau, but you, being a Doug, anyway.
Well, transportation department's got to know about snow out there on the roads because they deal with that. So that's a valid place to call.
Yeah. Parts of Indianapolis got 4 inches. We barely got a dusting of snow here. There'll be a video tonight.
Oh, well then when you say no power, no water, that's totally misleading, right? You don't have that problem where you're at.
Cannot believe you fell for that.
Well, I don't know which side was which side you think is the joke. You think I fell you telling me that it snowed and there's no power, no water. Somehow I shouldn't believe that. I should.
Well, the only part that's true is it did snow. We do have power. I'm here. You can see the lights in the background. You can hear my voice. I'm in a t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to see you out of the t-shirt, frankly.
No, you don't.
But why you thought I was falling for it? There's nothing about that is unbelievable or extreme. All right, moving. This is Ken Stout humor.
I finally hit it. Yes.
Jeez. He says something that's completely sounds plausible. Makes fun of me for falling for it.
Now, full disclosure, I did not make fun of you. I just merely pointed out the two inconsistent. Never mind.
Shut up.
English.
Just shut up. I'm going back to the chat room where I'm loved. All right, Jonathan. We're just having fun with each other, people. Don't take it serious. Jonathan DeCan, sorry to hear that. Lana Dro, let's see if I can juggle 3 webinars all overlapping each other. Wow, busy, Lana. Greg DeCan, I said last night, let it snow, let it snow. Sin Vicious. To Ken, don't freeze in place. Brian Lightfoot to Ken, I guess a round of golf would be out of the question. No, I want to see, Ken, I want to see video of you going out there and golfing in the snow.
When there's enough snow on the ground, because right now it's just it's a hit, it's dusting. Here in our part of the city, the article I read, the northern part of the city got 4 inches of snow.
Yeah,
I'll play at least one hole when there's that much snow on the ground.
All right,
because I got RGB golf balls.
I'll bet you get some views out of that. I'm seeing a title like, will RGB golf balls show up in the snow? People got to click on that. All right, back to chat. People saying hellos to each other. Ran Israel. I'm trying to say all the names. Oops, it just jumped. Where was I at? Oh boy, I'm in trouble now. I think that's a great idea. The technical help on individual basis and in individual problems. Let's see what develops. Idea is great and flexible. There's Jonathan, on dog. Lana, interested, just busy today. Snow off and on. Next week or more. Let's go see who showed up in chat and say hello. Interrupting the chat. No, I mean in Zoom. Jim's there. Hello, Jim.
Hello.
Did you have any comments to start us out with?
Well, I was about to type this into the YouTube chat, but I'll just say it. One-on-one support sounds good as long as we don't turn it into the Joshy Show episode 37.
Well, yeah, that's and to that point, I do not want people who are currently active in this community to make up things or create problems just because they want to give me something to deal with. It's my job to go out and find more people to come in with real computer issues. And I think for the gyms in the room, in the chat room, the people like you would love to get your hands on some real authentic support questions coming in from people out there in the ether. So, and that's what I'm wanting this channel to be about. All right, coming back to chat. That was your point, right, Jim?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right, Lawn Dog. I'm having my omelet for breakfast this morning. And also, I wouldn't be reading through as much of these messages when we get busy with those, with real support questions. Of course, it's custom made. And I'm applying round 1 pepper distillate. It comes out of a dropper. Now, I'm guessing there might be some typos in there. Ritos. Dennis, 2 times resulted as 1 times prior to this stream. What? 2x resulted as 1x. I think he's saying when he tried to use double speed, it played as single speed. John Williams, we got several inches of snow last night. My neighbor took care of the sidewalk. William Dawson, I lost my Zoom links after a Zoom app update. Oh, all right. Would one of you gentlemen do me a favor and send Bill the Zoom credentials? Let me know if anyone's doing that. John Williams, snow and good. I think it's Saturday. I'm stumbling over words. Dennis, when I played the trailer just like you did, I was able to play it at 2 speed.
Yeah, I don't think we can send Zoom links over Destiny 2, but I'll work on it for you.
Over Destiny 2. Well, I imagine you have his email address, don't you?
Yeah.
Light snows, demeanor.
Doug, we got to talk about your humor. Yes, I have his email.
What? Okay, when you say something completely plausible, I guess I got to assume everything you say is just intended as humor and not
everything.
meant to
And
communicate
due to the fact I've said 3 plausible things today, there will be no stream tonight at 9 o'clock. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Oh boy. All right. I'll deal with this there. That'll take care of that. For those who didn't see that, Ken went to the waiting room. Okay. Possible typos, but here's clarification. What about people that have Windows 98 computer? Any help out there?
Yeah, get a new one.
Yeah,
Get a new one.
Not really.
That's the answer to that.
Yeah.
I've basically gotten to the point where if somebody brings me a machine that does not qualify for Windows 11, I'm not going to work on it.
Well, now let's see. What this is Lana Dro asking that. What about people that have Windows 98 computer? Any help out there? Well, yes, there's some help out there. It depends upon what's going on and why you're using it. Now, why would you be using a Windows 98 computer? There are some. Oops, I'm not showing chat. There are some isolated instances where you might be needing that. I'd be willing to help a person with Windows 98 if they've got reasonable reason to be using it. But if it's just they pulled out a computer from a storage room and they want to see if they can get it to browse the web current day, no, you should not be doing that. That's just a losing battle. But if you've got
that's a waste of your time and the customer's money.
Yeah. Now, if you've got a specialty purpose for that computer that you need that Windows 98 for some reason and legitimate reason, then yeah, I'd be happy helping with that. But if it's just pull it out of the closet and see if you can browse the web, no, that's just busy work. So Lana, what help are you asking for, or why are you asking that?
There's some very, very specialized instances where that would be the case.
Hello. It's fun when the apps do strange things.
Grant Israel said you're muted.
How did I get muted? All right, I'm unmuted now. I don't even remember muting myself. How did I get muted? I wonder how long. Ran Israel's the only one that said that, so probably not long. Muted and frozen from Brian.
No, it's not at the moment. It's not.
Yeah, I'm looking at my monitoring screen. It's okay. So, Bill, I missed something you said.
It's fun when apps do strange things.
Tony Wallow said karma, ooh.
It's fun when apps do strange things. Okay.
When they're not supposed to do.
All right. Do you want to, is that just a teaser? You want to tell us what you're getting at?
It's just the fact it deleted the Zoom links.
Oh, okay. When the Zoom app did an update, it deleted your saved links. Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen that happen on mine as well. Okay. Going back to chat. This clarification from Londog, possible.
Jonathan said, is Doug using Windows 98?
No, I'm not using Windows 98. Okay, so this is that link. Johnny Scoville Round 1 Pepper Distillate Blazing Foods. Okay, that's what he was using in his food. Possible typos, Lawn Dog. I was really trying to resist going back and looking at that. I'm going to give up on that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. The spirit of Jim was saying, don't go there. Don't go there.
That's right. That's right.
John always
don't go near the light. Don't go near the light.
All right. John is saying I should tell Jim KJ3N I fixed the motherboard with the bad socket.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me what that was about? Since
that's from at least a week or two ago, I think, where he supposedly had a bad socket on a motherboard that was intended for, I want to say 5th gen, 6th gen Intel. if I remember correctly. It was a much older generation Intel, and I'm surprised he managed to fix the socket, but anything's possible.
All right. Well, John, if you want to give us more information about how you fixed it, that'd be great.
Yeah, 1151. There were kind of different iterations of 1151, but I seem to vaguely remember. I think it was 6th gen Intel. I could be wrong.
All right. Jonathan Delana, I remember Windows 98. It used to lock up every 30 minutes.
Chris Garrett said I still have a Windows 98 machine, but I do not use it online and it's not left on all the time.
Okay, for the people in Zoom don't know that there was just an audio message that came through from Chris Garrett. I still have a Windows 98 machine, but I do not use it online, and it's not left on all the time. I shouldn't read the messages that come through in audio, but the people on Zoom don't hear them. They just hear me stop talking. Speedy saying hello, Rick Lake, Speedy, Jonathan, Lana.
Zvi Manor said John said LD 1151.
Chris Garrett said, was that the voice of Jenny?
No, was not Jenny. Zvi saying that John said it was LG 1151.
Right, 1151 covers a number of generations.
Ah, all right. Ran Israel at this point, Windows 98 machines should either be air gap virtual machine or target practice. It's special programs for Lana, that's why she's using it. Tony saying karma about the
typically the only reason you would keep a 98 machine around is that you have specific DOS programs that won't run under any current version of Windows.
Yeah. I could also see if you have an obsolete DOS program with some data that you feel that you might want to go back and look at it sometime. You might keep it sitting in a room forever. Which pretty much the same point.
Okay, John managed to straighten the pins, and it was a 6th generation. That's what I remember.
He says 8th generation.
8th? Is it 8th? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's saying 8th generation.
Apparently, I can't see with a damn.
That I straightened the pins on the socket. Cool. Well done. It's okay.
That's not for the faint of heart, by the way.
Straightening pins. Yeah, I've done it. Skipping some of these. I do have on the speaker bot, I have only certain voices selected now, and I think we'll have fewer failures. I haven't spotted any that have failed yet. No, the log doesn't show any failures. Speedy, Greg M. Windows 98 in VirtualBox, if you're using Windows 98 for a specialty reason, you're probably not going to do it as a virtual machine. Depends upon what the application is. If it's for connecting...
Ken Stout Leave said, could this be your first failure?
If it's a... Oh, no, it didn't fail, Ken. So Ken tried a audio message to... figuring it would fail just because it's him.
Wait, ask your audience if they heard that, because you heard it, I know, but it did not come over YouTube. Wait, I've got YouTube muted. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Jim, what are we gonna do with him?
I don't know. I can tell you this: it won't be pretty.
Chris, I disagree. If I want to use Windows 98, I will. I will figure out my problems. I want it for target practice. It won't be for target practice. Selden, AI voice audio intonation is getting very good these days. Quite a few channels are using text audio for audiobooks and for reading their scripts. They're still detectable, though. I've been really impressed with these audios. They give different inflections. And if I play the same message, repeat it, which I can do, I can tell it to repeat that message, it'll play it back differently. Same voice, but different intonations. Do not use VMs. I like real hardware. Yeah, you guys know that I had the VMs installed and just never used them. Danielle, where I work, we had numerous desktop computers with special ISA cards in them that were used for test purposes. I would not be surprised if many of them are still in use.
Yeah, that's a highly specialized category.
Highly specialized. All right. So I really didn't see much response about the about going over the course outline, and no other actual support questions came in. So we might just wind this down early, and I can get back to work on that.
I have one thing I want to touch on very briefly.
Go ahead.
Now, if I remember correctly, you use Fabs to do profile transfers or data transfers between machines?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Have you ever looked at something free, which I will put into the YouTube chat, which I've experimented with a bit? It seems to work.
You coming over, Princess?
Very well. And there it goes. I've played around with it because I've got a new laptop and I want to transfer all the stuff off the old one. And I'd like to know that it actually transfers what I need to have transferred without actually having to buy Fabs. This one is free.
Okay.
Played with it a couple of times. It seems to do well.
All right. Now, I will say that I don't often come up with occasion to use Fabs. Sometimes I regret using it. But that's because of the environment that I work in. A lot of most all the data is stored on the server, and there's very little of personal configuration content on my end users' profiles, and oftentimes I'd rather force them to clean up their act anyway because they have all this junk on their desktop. They'll save everything to the desktop. It doesn't need to be there. And I find if I don't transfer their profile, oftentimes there's no complaint. So it's kind of iffy as to whether how much I use it. Mm-hmm. When I need it, when it's really appropriate, I'm very glad to have it, but it's not real often that I do. Now here, so PC data back, professional backup and restore tool, screenshot. Okay, so here's showing us backup user profiles with options, which folders to copy, user settings, profiles, backup additional directories. That covers it right there. That really covers all that I would care about.
Yeah, I experimented taking the user profile from my laptop and putting it onto one of the two spare desktops I have.
Yeah.
Just to see how it did. And I've done it a couple of times. It seems to do quite well.
Yeah. I would not use it for my own computers because I take care of that need by virtue of being signed into Microsoft, signed into Google, having my browsers synced between my devices.
Yeah, I don't do any of that.
I use OneDrive.
Chris Garrett said, thanks, Jim. It looks very useful.
All right. So Chris Garrett is saying thank you for this, Jim, because he's attracted to that. So yeah, I would have no reason to encourage you to go to Fabs instead of this. Now, you said you already used it for transferring between one of your computers, two of your computers?
I've done it like 2 times. There was 2 different programs. I was looking for alternatives to Fabs just because I prefer free.
Sure.
And there was one other one called, I think it was called Clone App. That one didn't work out too well. And I did it twice for both programs. And the 2 times I did it for Clone App, I kind of got these weird results. And the 2 times I did it with this program now, it's been consistent. It works. So
yeah, great.
And I've got my newer laptop here. It's not unopened yet. That's apparently going to be a live stream, according to all of the people who I've asked whether they want to see it live or an edited video. So there will be a live stream where I unbox my new laptop. We pull the data off the old one, we put it on the new one, and we see what we get.
All right, cool.
So that's coming up. I'm not sure when, but hopefully in the next couple of days.
All right. John Williams says he's back, needs more coffee. Chris has
And
old
Greg,
games.
Greg, I can't answer your question. I don't use Chrome.
Did I miss his question? Or maybe it's, no, there's more chat.
He says, how does it work with Chrome browser profiles? And the honest answer is I don't know. I don't use Chrome. I don't use Edge. I don't use anything but Firefox.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty easy assumption that it works fine for Chrome. I mean, that's just a very basic, commonly used browser. I mean, with a lot of software, the competition between the different software programs to compete with each other in a certain environment is just kind of, they all do the basic job of what they're designed to do. And the differences between them can be very, specific and special case importance. Let's see, that's the one you put in. Greg uses Fabs. Dennis, Google doesn't say what is Fabs. Fabs Auto Backup.
Yeah, Fabs Auto Backup. Do a search on it. Like I said, I stumbled across this accidentally because I was looking for alternatives to Fabs.
Sure.
And Jeff, as far as the Thunderbird profiles, shouldn't be an issue. The basic thing you want to do if you're concerned about Chrome, Firefox, or Thunderbird, or whatever the program is, my advice to you is to do the data transfer first, then reinstall the appropriate programs, and it should pick everything up.
Yeah, this is the website for Fabs Auto Backup, kind of an odd domain name, fpnet.fr.
France, we come from France.
Yeah, and I became aware of it from Kerry Holzman and Mike Smith. And that's when I tried it out and just kind of started using it.
Yeah, and Jeff, yes, I did try it with the Thunderbird profile. It did work. But the secret is transfer the data first, then install the program. Don't install the program and then do the data. Don't do it that way.
John, I was given 2 Apple products yesterday, not used to getting user ID removed on Apple products. Not use to get, I think he means he's not used to getting user ID removed, or how to do it. A little struggle there. Lawn Dog Jim gives us a heads up when you're going to show us that laptop and transferring files. Fabs does not work with Chrome profiles except for bookmarks. Well,
no. Again, my only reference is Firefox, and I can tell you that when I did the transfer, every single thing that I had in Firefox on the laptop was transferred to the desktop. Bookmarks, browser extensions, everything.
Yeah, so I don't really care too much about researching that further, but Greg M., what is it about the Chrome profile that did not transfer? Because I'm suspecting there's some specific piece of information that didn't transfer for you. And I'm not certain that, I suspect the remembered passwords would transfer. But when you say a Chrome profile, that includes a whole lot of stuff, and I can't even recite what it is. So you saying that in your observation, only bookmarks transferred. Well, what didn't transfer that you wanted transferred? Thunderbird profiles. Question from Jeff to Jim. Have you tried with Thunderbird Pro? You already answered that, didn't you?
Yep.
Dennis found laundry detergent for Fabs. Yeah, Fab laundry detergent. Yeah.
Yeah, that goes back a ways.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, that's certain. Let's see. So if you just, well, that's fair. If you just search for the word Fabs, that wouldn't be enough to find that software product. So it's not, I don't think it's any criticism to say it doesn't show up with that. But if you say even Fabs backup, will that be enough to get you there? Yeah, is the first result. So if you just include the word backup, that would have gotten to it. Dennis says, thanks. Greg M. Fab support is very quick. I've had issues which he patched within days. I've had questions and Fab's replied the next day. Yeah, the creator of that has actually been interviewed on Kerry Holzman's show, and I think also Mike Smith. Hello, Bobby Warren. Bobby's getting more new stuff. Got a TV now. Greg M. Chrome extensions did not transfer over. Extensions did not transfer over. That's because information is encrypted on the old computer and tied to a hard drive ID of sorts. Fabs indicates this on their website. Okay, so it's not that everything didn't transfer except for bookmarks. You're saying that it's just the extensions that don't transfer.
Oh, and if anybody wants to know when I'm going to be doing this video, you need to subscribe to my channel.
There you go.
On
there you go. That's all right. That's right. That's what we want. Now, for Chrome, if you're signed into a Google account with Chrome on two computers, I think the extensions do carry over. Or maybe even it's an option for synchronizing, because I've installed extensions on one of my computers and I think I've found it present on the other computer. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's something. So you could just sign in the user to a Google account on one computer and synchronize the profile and go to the other computer and synchronize. That's another way of getting things carried over. Skipping through some. RAN Israel, the maker of PC Data Backup, also has a nice app called Clear Disk Info, similar to Crystal Disk Info. That's surprising. Clear Disk Info, that name to me sounds like it's going to delete or clear.
That's what I would suspect it does.
Yeah, Crystal Disk Info doesn't do anything. It doesn't do any testing. It doesn't change anything on the drive. It just gives you information that the drive is reporting to Crystal Disk Info. Or the drive is reporting to any software that inquires. Now I'm going to skip over some of this TV stuff. You're welcome, Jim.
Ran Israel said I tried it. It's like Crystal Disk Info, but with better color coding.
Oh, great, because I needed better color coding. More on the TV. All right. Well, I'm about ready to shut down. Last call. Nada. All right. Thanks.
Well, okay. Since you twisted my arm.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Brace yourselves, folks.
No, I got a somewhat serious question. As you know, Google Chrome, you can't have an ad blocker, and you got to put up with them silly ads.
Tony Wallow said later.
For Firefox, I can use my ad blocker. The problem I have, and it's probably just me and my system, as we all know, that person south of the Mississippi always says that. Anyway, it'll start when you go live. It'll start within the first 5 to 10 seconds. It buffers. Now I know it's on my end. I understand that. I either F5 to refresh it, or I hit the little thing on the browser to refresh it, or I hit the live button to refresh it. And then it's usually fine the rest of the stream. What are your thoughts on that?
I think I'm suspecting that your computer is busy with your live stream. And
No, this is during, I'm not streaming at that time. This is your show. This is what I'm watching. You know what I suspect it is, and I just can't prove this. I suspect it's because it's Grandpa Doug Plays Fortnite and Live Windows Training-DougBetts. That's what I suspect. I can't prove that.
I have a configuration.
Chris Garrett said the fun is just starting.
I have a configuration that allows me to slow down my show for certain other people. And I can
Am
do
I on
that.
top of that list?
Yeah, well, yeah. And
am I the only name on that list?
I don't know if I want to quite admit that, but I can't say that's not true.
No, in all fairness, though, it's not only your show; it's some of the other people I try to catch live, and it's usually, like I said, within the first 5 to 10 seconds, and then once I get it going again, it's fine.
Well, I don't get it. I have a suggestion.
My guess would be it's YouTube screwing with you, trying to get around your ad blocker.
Possibly. We've discussed that before, but yeah, it's possible. It's your computer. I have no issues. John Williams says, yeah. Alex tells me every day it's my computer.
Yeah. So that's when you're watching, for instance, my show or any other show, and you do have the ad blocker active. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, because YouTube is putting so much effort into detecting ad blockers that could be. Now, a suggestion for troubleshooting it is make some major changes, such as the most substantial major change would be to create a brand new Windows user name and go sign in on your Windows to that account and install only Google Chrome and open only YouTube without an ad blocker and see if you have any of that buffering. Now, at that point, you've changed a whole lot of stuff. And our assumption is your computer will work fine with that and you won't experience any buffering. If you do still experience buffering, then there's something else going on. So the next thing I would add to that other profile is add the ad blocker. None of your other software, none of your other background softwares that are specific to your user profile, and see if that causes you to experience the buffering. Now, in that new user profile, if you just install Chrome and you still find the buffering, then look at your background software, what's showing up down there in the bottom right corner in the notification area, what's running in the background. Go to your, bring up Task Manager, go to the Startup tab and disable a whole bunch of stuff that don't have to be running. Restart your computer and see if you still have it. So what I'm saying is make big changes, major changes to try to narrow down where is the problem, what group of things seem to be causing this issue for you. Now, if you
but I got a question.
Go ahead.
New profile, I got that, but you said Google Chrome. Google Chrome plays fine. It just plays the ads. It's Firefox that I have the buffering.
Chris
issue.
Garrett said Clear Disk Info does more than Crystal Disk Info. Looks like it may be a handy tool also.
Yes.
Okay. I misunderstood. I thought you were playing through Google Chrome. I thought that's what you said.
No, Google works just fine. I just have the ads, and some of the ads are unskippable, and of course some of them are skippable.
All right.
Some of them are just downright stupid, but that's just
I have a question now.
For me?
Yes, actually I do, Ken. It is for you. Does this only happen on the live streams or does it happen on all videos?
Good.
I don't know because I only watch live streams. I rarely watch an uploaded video.
Do yourself a favor and try doing some uploaded videos instead of live streams and see if you get the same behavior. If you don't, then my suggestion to you is it's YouTube trying to work around the freaking ad blocker.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, when you said live streams, you are watching live streams on replay, aren't you? And you're having that trouble then?
What's a live stream on replay? No, I watch it. For example, live Windows training DougBetts boring Saturday afternoon came on about 45 minutes ago, and it popped up, and it immediately I hit refresh. It's been good since.
So you're never watching.
Say that again. English.
A show that was originally a live stream, but you're not watching it at the time of the live stream. You're watching it later on replay.
No, that's not.
No, if I don't catch it live, I don't catch it at all. In fact, I'm having a conversation with someone that's subscribed to me and I'm subscribed to him because he doesn't understand that we're 13 hours apart and I'm not staying up all night to catch a live stream. Well, I stay up all night anyway, so never mind. But no, I always watch them live.
So you will not watch a video that was originally live streamed. You will not watch it after the fact on replay.
I haven't yet, but I got a funny feeling you're going to twist my arm and make me.
No,
well,
I'll be right back. I'm going to go check something out.
No, I wouldn't say that. I highly suspect that it's YouTube screwing around, because I will tell you that I get that same buffering he's talking about in the middle of Kerry's live streams. And I know that if I'm watching on my iPad, what interrupts Kerry's live stream? A mid-roll ad from frickin' YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I would think that it's not so much that they're messing just to harass a person who's using an ad blocker, but I think it's whatever programmatically they have happening where they're trying to detect it. A side effect of that is causing that buffering symptom.
No, it's entirely possible. But either way, I think that what they're trying to do is figure out how to screw with the ad blocker. Because I constantly have people telling me that YouTube throws up warnings about, you know, you have your ad blocker on. If you keep doing this, you're not going to be able to watch anything. I have never, ever, ever seen that.
So to follow up what you just said, I should watch the same live stream, one on Firefox and one on Google. And if I get that buffering when the ad pops up, then that supports what you just said.
Yeah.
Well, you could try that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could try that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That'd be
perfect. All right, I'll be right back.
Do. Oh.
Doug didn't even comment when I left.
But I don't know if everyone who's watching a live stream video, do they all see an ad at the same point, at the same time during that live stream? I don't know that. I would suspect not. I would suspect that the timing of an advertisement is specific to the person and the computer that's watching.
Yeah,
I've got a question for you now.
Jeff points out one thing in the YouTube chat. He says about half the time he's watching YouTube on the Android phone with no ad blocker. Sometimes I'm watching YouTube on my iPad, which definitely doesn't have an ad blocker. So maybe that's why I'm never seeing this warning.
So, Doug, what you said made one of them gray cells think. Can you schedule or set a specific time for your ads to be shown?
Yes, I think so.
I think only beginning and end.
No, actually it's not that I pick a special. I can't schedule it ahead of time, but I can trigger them at my choice. Meaning during the stream, I can click a button to make the ad play. And we did that in November. I tested that in November. But my choices when I start is to let YouTube insert ads for me. And here I'm displaying it right here. Here's this button to focus on your live stream and let YouTube insert ads for you. But I don't know if everybody would be seeing the ad at the same time. Now, I know on Twitch they do, because that's one thing that pirate software show, he specifically stops doing anything of significance when ads are playing on Twitch, and he knows when that happens. And he doesn't actually trigger them himself. They come up and he gets informed on his screen that an ad is playing, and so he stops doing anything of significance. If I turn this on, then YouTube will do it for me. If I don't, let's see, I'm going to try dismissing that. We're in this stream right now. Is there a button somewhere for me to, I did that in November. Oh, here, this dollar symbol up here is insert ad. So if I click on that, that'll insert an ad right now. But if people are seeing ads without me making either of those two choices here, and they don't have a Prime account, my understanding is they will see ads during the live stream at random times, and they're not all seeing them at the same time. And we should be able to have people in chat who don't have ad blockers and don't have a Prime account should be able to tell us that they're seeing an ad. And it seems to me that they have.
I could start Google Chrome and start your stream, but then that's not live, but I can do that. See, I told you guys you twist my arm.
John Williams said I was warned several times to turn off ad blocker.
So, never mind. I'm not going to ask that.
So there's a lot more substance in chat now. I'm not going to try to read these all out loud on scanning through them. If there's if in Zoom, if you see something worth mentioning, just speak up.
Well, Brian talks about he was getting a lot of stuff about whatever ad blocker he was using. And then
Speedy C said Thor gets every 30 minutes.
Origin. Well, I've been running uBlock Origin for years at this point.
There might be brief echoing. I'm going to start the Google Chrome stream.
All right.
Oh, got an ad.
Yeah, right when you started.
Okay, now I can skip it. I already muted it, so there'll be no echoing. So if you could trigger your ad, I'll tell you what happens. I'm watching Google as well as Firefox.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and trigger an ad, and everybody in chat, let us know. And not only that you're seeing an ad, but what is the ad? Because I don't think you all
for little old me.
I don't think you all see the same ad.
Probably not.
Because you might be in a different audience segment. So I just clicked it. And it says ads inserted down here in the bottom. Whoop, that message was brief. Down here in the bottom left corner, it said ads inserted. And then when I've had people tell me when they came back from the ad, they didn't miss anything of the live stream. So it actually essentially buffered the live stream so that they resume without anything skipped. So there's a Selden Ball says AAA ad. I'm monitoring you on a machine with no ad blocker from Dennis. Selden got a skippable ad. There would be some advertisers that only need their ads displayed regionally or in an area that would be less expensive. If you're getting warnings about ad blocker, you're using uBlock Origin because their scripts were being updated daily at times. Oh, are you using uBlock Origin? uBlock Origin has been, and probably others have been fighting against YouTube's efforts to expose them and prevent them. No ad with Firefox and uBlock Origin. The Bronx says, why am I getting audio description? What's audio description mean? I don't know. Dennis is getting an ad from Panama in Spanish. Brian Lightfoot, no ad with uBlock Origin in Chrome. William, what ad? I never saw one. No ad blocker running as far as I know. What ad? I never saw one. So William did not see one.
Yeah, I haven't seen one yet either.
My first question then is, what is William running for a browser? He didn't specify.
Well, also
if he's running Brave, that has its own thing in it.
Chrome. And do you pay for YouTube subscription?
No.
No? All right. So he didn't get an ad. Ran Israel, I got the trailer with back in 5 minutes notice. The stream resumed after 10 seconds.
That's interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's very weird.
I got the trailer with a the trailer that I had before the live stream, that music, something or other. I don't remember what the music was. Got the trailer with a back in 5 minutes notice. Ran Israel, yes.
Yeah, I've yet to get an ad, so that's a flop.
Huh.
It's interesting. It's very hit or miss, apparently.
Yeah, Drew didn't get any ads and doesn't have an ad blocker. I was using Malwarebytes browser guard. YouTube told me to turn it off. No ad for John Williams. Sin Vicious, no ad and no ad blocker. Your mileage may vary, whoever said that. Drew does not pay for YouTube Premium. He's using Chrome. Yeah, Every Breath I Take was the trailer.
So,
well, that was weird.
I have two other things I'd like to discuss. One,
Sure.
I think you will discuss. One, I think you probably will not, which is fine. You made fun of my 12-hour live stream by pointing out it was 11 hours and 55 minutes and a few seconds. And you also showed my screenshot I took that said it was 12 hours. Do you recall how many views that screenshot had? Oh, I'll remind you, it's 265. You're welcome. When I look at YouTube content now, I'm down to 142 views. Now, it's not that big of a deal, but it concerns me a little. What are your thoughts on why? How did I lose 123 views?
I feel pretty clear in my mind what's going on with that is YouTube has server farms all around the world. They track things in whatever ways that they track them. That video, different packets of that could be coming to your computer through different servers, take different paths. The way that they accumulate those numbers is real fuzzy math. And it's not, it's like election results. It's not official until the final account, and then they still recount again, and they may come up with different numbers. When all similar to voting, when different precincts report their numbers in and they get accumulated at some central place, and then that gets sent to some other more central place. And when they recount them and add them up, they come up with different numbers. It's just the technology involved in tracking that instantly at the end of your live stream is just not very accurate. Now let's go see what mine shows right now. I'm showing during this live stream right now, it says 94 views and 51 concurrent viewers. Well, that kind of implies, subtract one from the other, and that number of people were watching and no longer are, which is certainly possible, but I don't know that to be the case. Some of these 51 might have been counted more than once because of the way it's coming up with these numbers right now. I just don't think it's worth worrying about what the instant numbers are. I don't think you lost any views. I think they just came up with a more correct count. Now let's see, over here we show 53 watching now. Does this show, let me zoom this down a little bit. Do we even get to see how many views?
Sin Vicious said it's the algorithm, silly.
51 watching now, started 59 minutes ago. Yeah, this doesn't even show the total number of views. But if I were to look at this number, 94 views, that's showing in live studio right at the end of the stream, and then look at the number of views that YouTube shows after ending the stream, I'm expecting that number to change because they're just not, it's not accurate. And it can't be. I think it's a technology thing. Until you're actually involved with making that technology work, I don't think we really are informed about how complex it is.
Doug, they're not going to ask me to help them make that technology work, so that's off the table.
If they did, it might work better. That's my rib on them, that it doesn't work very well.
So the other thing I wanted to bring up, and you and I have discussed this privately, sort of, kind of, the newly retired me.
Yeah, Tim Childers.
Yeah. Are those apparently look to be relatively accurate? What are your thoughts on what I sent to you?
Well, yeah, that looks accurate because it's after the fact. It's not at the time.
At the moment, right?
He showed the number, that one that he referred to, a colored line that showed very, very high views on a couple of his videos that got a lot of attention because the title of them were very attractive titles, but that the majority of those viewers were from non-subscribers. And he didn't actually get subscribers off of those videos. And those videos that got really high views were videos where he was showing how much YouTube paid him.
Right.
It wasn't his regular daily content.
Right.
He also showed how the amount of money that you can make per 1,000 varies depending upon how attracted the advertisers are to the type of audience that is watching your content. So he showed particularly one of his videos that had a very high a dollar amount per 1,000 viewers, and he showed another one that had very low dollar amount per viewers. And it was because the people who are watching minimalist videos, which is very much what he is, and decluttering, they're not spending money. They're trying to get rid of stuff. They're not trying to buy stuff, So people looking for decluttering and minimalist lives, both of those words mean I'm not buying stuff. And then his videos that are showing how much YouTubers can make, well, who's the audience there? The audience there is people who are interested in making YouTube videos. They do spend money on computers and equipment.
Right.
So it gets higher per 1,000.
I have another quick question.
Go.
You and I had a conversation here a while back, privately, about monetization, blah, blah, blah. And you said it would probably pay me about enough money to play 2 rounds of golf. Is that Fresno golf prices or Indiana golf prices?
Is there any other questions? I'm getting ready to.
From anybody besides me, right? Oh, by the way, I got you an hour and 3 minutes. You're welcome.
Oh, into the show. Oh, great. Oh, golf.
Still no ads on Google, so I don't know what the deal is there. Just the one in the beginning. I bet you there's one at the end. I don't know. Well, I bet you when it ends, there's one.
That just kind of further substantiates what we've all been saying about YouTube, is you can't really rely on anything that they tell us how something is going to work or the way things happen. I mean, even notifications, people always or now and then complaining that they're not getting notifications. Josh complained about that recently, commented on it. So we go look at what YouTube tells us that they do, and then we observe what they actually do or what we actually see happening, and there's a disconnect. All right, well, that's the way it is. Get over it. It's not a precise environment.
Hey, Doug.
Yes, Josh.
I'm the same way, kind of. If I can't cut it loud, I won't even bother because I like interacting with the chat room and I like interacting with the person that's doing the live stream. So I'm the same way.
Well, I'm on the other side of that seesaw balance. I'd rather watch it in replay because I want to run it. I want to run it at higher than normal speed, and I want to be able to scrub through areas that I don't care about. So I will often prefer to watch on replay rather than during live. And if I'm watching it live, here's the problem with live is when I'm reading chat, I find myself not paying attention to what the streamer is doing or saying. And then I have to go rewind and watch that again because I realize, I don't, what did he just say? And I go back and turns my attention to that. So my attention is either on the chat room or on the show. And if I try to do both, after a while I just get stressed, frankly. I can't keep up with both of them. Or I don't like to. I could, but I don't like to. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. All right. Let's say goodbye. In Zoom, I'd ask you to go ahead and say goodbye to the audience, please.
Bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye to the audience, please.
It's got to be a Ken in every room.
Zvi Manor said, have a nice day.
All right. Yes, Zvi, you too have a nice day, and everybody else. Goodbye.